Hello everybody, Dennis speaking here. In this video I'm going to show you what I got for 150 euros. So the story behind these 150 euros is that around that time last year I actually resigned from my job. I found another one, so I gave my letter and said bye-bye. What my colleagues did is that they are all put in a little pot or kitty. Actually, I don't know how if pot is for the US or English and kitty for the US English. I know the words exist. So anyway, they all chipped in some money in that little kitty, and among other things, they gave me a voucher for 150 euros to spend on Fnac.com, which is online store, and there also have physical stores in Paris and all around France, and also Belgium mainly. So for about less than a year I was wondering what to do with that 150 euros, and I knew there was some really good stuff coming by the end of the year, so I decided to spend it on the following albums. So the first one I knew was coming out was this little beauty here. I don't know if you can see this well. This is the last album by Lindemann. Lindemann is a lead singer from Rammstein, and this is his project with the main from the band Pain. I can't remember his name right now. So they released this album. This is the LP version, obviously. Really nice LP. There's a beautiful little book in it. There's lots of very artistic pictures. These are pictures of bus stops in Russia, because back in the day, as they explain on the booklet, the architecture was very strict, and you had to follow numbers of rules, but students were like to go a bit crazy when it comes to bus stops. So they took these pictures to illustrate this album. Okay, so great album. I've listened to this one a few times. If you're into Rammstein, you're going to get that same kind of sounds, but it has a lot more should I say maybe more industrial sounding, and more also like classical music influences on this one. There's a lot of chords, there's a lot of violins, cello and everything on this one. Okay, so a great album. It's called Frau und Mann. So I got this one on LP and also on CD. They did this very nice little version. Okay, so you got the CD here, and the artwork is completely different on the CD version than on the vinyl version. You have black and white pictures of band members and different pictures, very bleak, artistic pictures for every song. I'm not gonna show them all, but to give you an idea. Okay, so this is really a really nice little package, and Peter Tackett Grant, who introduce the second member of Lindemann project, Peter Tagren from Pain. So that's what I got. On top of that, I also bought the last album by Nick Cave, Ghostin. Love Nick Cave. I really got into his music lately, but I have to say that this is very beautiful album, very haunting. You don't have to be too depressed to listen to this kind of music, and Ghostin is quite cathartic for him, I guess, because this is the one he wrote after the passing of his son. So it's a very beautiful album. I highly recommend anything by Nick Cave. Also got Colorado by Neil Young and Crazy Horse. So this run is I didn't have the time to really dive into that album. I have to listen to it more and more. This is basically Crazy Horse doing their thing. Okay. The little bonus on this one is I think it's on all the versions. I hope it is, but you got an extra 7-inch inside the jacket. So really nice to have this one. Rainbows of colors on one side, Truth Kills on the other. So that would be the last Neil Young and Crazy Horse. This is also with not your regular Crazy Horse guitar player. They got another one guy who I think is the guy who worked with Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Right, try to get his name right. Okay, it's a Niels, where is it? Lofgren, Niels Lofgren, okay? So, once again, Neil Young just puts records just about every year, I think. From the Vaults, is continuing Vaults releases from his new music. It is quite hard to follow him because there's just music like every year, and very prolific, and always a very high level of quality. Really love Neil Young. Okay, this is not new, but a reissue from 2016. Okay, on 180 gram vinyl, 9-inch nails broken. So I had this one for years on CD. I found on eBay the original first version CD that was released, I think, only in the US. We had a little 3-inch CD as well, and on the vinyl edition I didn't have it, so I'm very happy to have the remasters. They also put the separate extra on this one. Adam and songs called Physical, and the other one is sucked by a Pigface project, in a project called Pigface, in which Reznor played. So this is his version of that song. So great album. On all those remasters you have an extra booklet which tells a bit about the story of the recording and where Reznor and 9-inch Nails were at the time. I just heard on the internet that in 2020, Nine Inch Nails would be back. New album, new tour. Saw them a few times on stage. They are an incredible band, and just about everything Reznor releases is brilliant. So it varies. You may not like some album instead of other from this classical, like this one or the Downward Spirals. It went more electronic sounding on his last releases, but the show are always brilliant, and the music is also high quality with this guy. And the remasters, he did a great job at doing this. So Broken. I show that on my last video. This one was released lately and completes the 150 euros voucher I used to get off this. So lots of music. Thanks for my ex-colleagues, they did a great job. Some of these people are real good friends of mine, and if they ever see that video, well, thanks to them. And I hope you dig this little video of all the music you can get for 150. So here we go. Bye bye.